Okay. Okay. Well, my audio's here. Anyway, if you hear a fan in the background, that's my AC going. So today we're finishing Joker matchup discussion because I realized I missed out on a few key things, and then starting on Peach matchup. If you don't know, I regularly practice with a top Peach, well, semi-regularly. So that's going to be very fun. Anyway, let me just get these all sent out, and then we can start discussing. Oh, come on. What the hell? Yep. And maybe do some Yomi Hustle or something later, because that sounds quite fun. Okay. Now I should be able to pull this up. Sorry, this is taking so long. So promo. Yeah, I think that's about. Oh wait, okay. Let me click on this so I can talk to chat. Okay. Let's start with some Joker matchup discussion really quick. So a lot of the nuance, I missed out on a lot of nuance. So in my bed, rewatching the breakdown. Okay, it dawns on me. I talked about slower neutral, kill percent gameplay and playing ledge trapping, common kill setups, and how to spot them. Movement and combo routes. Okay, I'm gonna turn... Yeah, I'm just gonna change this title, because that is... I am not even gonna talk about Joker stuff, because I'm realizing how much I missed. That's just gonna be a completely separate video. Establishing a baseline. Yeah, give me 1 second. That's just going to have to work. Anyway, let's go up here. Why can I not look at live chat anymore? This is so dumb. And then, yay. Okay. So, first things first. With discussing the Greninja versus Peach matchup, in my opinion, Greninja has no losing matchups per se. He just has really hard ones. And in my opinion, besides Steve, Peach is the hardest. It's a very, very unholy amalgamation of like everything hard with every semi-difficult character besides Steve. You have to deal with very hard aerials to contest, like Ness. Very consistent kill confirms, like Kazuya, and being worried about having to get 0 to death. Projectile Really easy edge guarding, like Rob for the most part. It's just take like all the hard matchups you can think of for Greninja and just kind of toss them into one, and that's Peach. If you do with, you have to worry about like movement of Joe. You have to worry about like the movement of this character or the edge guarding of that, along with the advantage of this and disadvantage of that. So, holy hell, what is this song? This song sounds fire. Oh, this is United. Okay. So let's start establishing stuff. What are the big issues with Peach? It's basically impossible to edge guard. Neutral is very difficult. Getting out of disadvantage is very hard. What stages do you go? And multiple other things. Let's just go through these one by one. Let's look at neutral and stage pick first. I'll go over my stage picks and why. In my opinion, flat stages are objectively the best, but it's like Steve. Steve is going to be the very big example here, because it's like, well, yeah, every stage is good for Steve, so which one do you dislike the least? In this case, it's very similar to that, because Peach has a very easy time killing off the top and killing off the side. Most of the like Peach discussion I've been a part of has been well, the Peach I practice with is very good at killing off the top. So I generally dislike going Smashville, PS2, and Battlefield. You generally, in my opinion, you don't go Town, because Peach is a very good time killing off the side, and that just makes her kill confirms even easier, and it's basically impossible to edgeguard her, so it makes it very, very, very difficult to get those nice confirms. So... Okay, so those are my stage picks. You absolutely, in my opinion, Kalos and FD are going to be objectively the best, with Hollow, oddly enough, because it's like, yeah, it's bad, but PS2 is worse. So that's my opinion. Is you generally want to go Hollow FD Kalos. Kalos has bigger blast zones, so it makes things harder to kill off of. But ours are more consistent. There's going to be... the reason why I go FD is just because it's flat, so it's really... And so we generally like flat stages, and it really simplifies neutral. From there... It's got to be... from there, I pick Hollow over Town, because Town is very, very iffy. When it works for us, it works for us. When it doesn't, though, it really, really kills us, to say the least. Peach is really good at killing off the top and side, and Town makes that easier, even when it's flat and has bigger top blast zones but smaller side. So it makes things really, really difficult. What else? It's really about it. Hollow is like, yeah, it's bad, but PS2 is worse, because PS2 allows for really easy top. PS2 allows for really easy top blast zone kills. Let me just show you a clip. Oh, come on, there's no way in hell my mouse is dead. Let's see if I can find it. It was posted on Twitter when Richard, one of my coaches, went up to Chicago. Let me see if I can find it. I want to go to you. View my account. Dude, what in the hell? I want to view my account. Oh yeah, minute. I should just starting. Likes, media, articles, replies. Oh, let's go. Richer. Let's see if I can find it, cause like following. Yeah, I don't know where it's at. I think it's under. I think it's under. Not IWU. It's not under this. I think it's under UGS, maybe? Or am I dumb? It's not under TGS. Together, no. Come, bro, where in the hell is it? Oh my gosh. See if Rich reposted it. He's got to have, right? Here we are. Yeah, so this is okay. This is the type of shit he be hitting on me during bracket. Richard versus Von Stash. Bro, he just be doing that. He just built different. So this is kind of it's so hard to talk about stage lists because everything is good for Peach in my opinion and nothing is exemplary for us. So I'd say FD Kalos are our two best. And today we're going to be going through a couple of VODs. Mostly mid, some top, some high level. Currently we have Venia versus Blazing Pasta from 5 years ago. And then eventually I just have these sorted out by upload date. After this, we'll look at Kagaribi. Okay, actually, after this we'll look at Mute Tarek. Oh, what? No! Oh yeah, I'll look at Mute Tarek and then Mute Anarchy. And that'll be the end of the stream. So. Okay, so so let's start off with Neutral. Neutral is very odd because compared to other characters, you don't really want to be above or below. This is going off of just completely what I've tested and found. I'll do further testing later down the road. But you want to be as equal to Peach as possible. The reason why... Let's also talk about threat range. So, Paint. So let's go back to MS Paint. Ah, my eyes hurt. So if we are looking at this straight as I can line. Oh god, this is just gonna have to work. And let's make this arrow just light gray arrow, Peach, and this green box, Greninja. We are looking at it from, oh my gosh, I'm picking ugly ass colors. If we're looking at it from this range, where you have short, middle, and long, I found that, again, very similar to Joker, you want to be, like, right here-ish. Like, but less of middle range, but more, like, middle long. If that makes sense. The reason why is because Peaches generally like to throw out turnips a lot. And so this allows us to be able to effectively ignore it, because they don't really have great disjoints either. Let me just pull up. Go over here. What in the hell? I hate this so much. Let's go over to Ultimate Frame Data. Let's go over to Peach. So if we go over to Peach, they don't really have disjoints per se. Like, yeah, they do have disjoints, but they're not really that big. Like, down smash is gross, but like neutral air, forward air is disjointed, up air is disjointed, back air is like disjointed, down air is technically disjointed. She doesn't really have disjoints. The thing is, though, is that she has gross startup. Frame 5, frame 6, frame 6, down smash, frame 8, down tilt, frame 6, dash attack. Like, frame 2, jab. Very quick startup, very gross. A big reason why we're also staying out here is because a little known thing with Smash is if we actually, I'll pause my music, switch over to Ultimate over here, is the fact that Ultimate has a very weird thing in the fact, I don't care, start software. A very weird thing in the fact that full hop aerials deal more damage than short hop. I didn't know it until about 2 years ago, and it's one of the big reasons why Peach is actually really powerful, because her float counts as a full hop rather than a short hop. So it means her damage output is full hop damage output, which is objectively more powerful. Like, if we look at this, 14%, 16%, 16%, 14%. It's a little different. Like, it's definitely, like, it's noticeable. It's not really noticeable when you're just doing, like, a short hop fair, like this. It's not really noticeable for things like that. But once you get into once you start looking at Peach combos, that 2% starts to rack up very, very, very fast. Like, that's 30%. Like, short hop nair, dash attack, up smash. God, it's been so long. If I can get this, holy hell. That deals 43. What in the world? That dealt 49. That's a 6% difference. all because I did a full hop rather than a short hop. So think about how. So think about the fact that when Peaches are doing their Nair trains or whatever, that 2% is now racking up a lot. Desktop. That is the primary reason why is you want to stay out here, is to catch turnips, but also the fact they have to approach. They have to be the aggressor in this matchup, and it's very, very awkward for them. So, let's see how Venya plays this. Starting town. Okay, another thing is the fact that this is let's go over just this real quick. I don't like town because town barely works for us in like every single matchup. After that, you want to stay equal to Peach, because if you're above or below her, she can get combos, but she can still get combos when she's even with you. Sorry, when you're even with her, but you can also get stuff, but we can also get stuff, if that makes sense. We can also get follow-ups. What else? What else is there? This is definitely a forward air matchup. Forward air beats basically everything if spaced properly. So, look at this. Basically trying to stay even with her. Look at that. It's from 16 forward air. Yeah, I think I'm just tired. Okay, let's talk about offstage. I'm just gonna be going through this rapid fire. Weirdly enough, don't edge guard Peach. Let's go over general information with Peach really quick. This is completely out of order. So general information with Peach is she has float by I believe holding down jump or pressing down on the. No, I do not want to do that. Or by pressing down jump or holding. See if there's a little snippet up here. There is not. Fuck. Okay. Or holding down. So. That float generally lasts for around 4 seconds. So in that time, it's very difficult to really make her do anything. Also allows for like float cancels, float stuff, and things like that. Okay. Float lasts for 4 seconds. She can use it off stage and whatever. But now but it's generally a bad idea to contest her off stage because she is really, really good at reversals. off stage. So it's not a good idea to contest her besides with Shuriken when she's far out. We can't two-frame her. Her up B is disjointed, so down air can't work. Scroll down to neutral B, up B, side B, up B, parasol. Yep. Oh! Yeah, that shit is completely What in the hell? That thing is completely disjointed. Look at that. That's just completely disjointed. There's no use contesting that. And so there is a 3 frame window where she doesn't have a hitbox, but that's basically never gonna come up. Yeah, it's just not worth contesting her off stage. It's better to ledge trap in space than anything. It's not even worth it to if what you can do is try to force her off stage far enough without a jump, and force her to go low. Okay, so whenever I play against a Peach, my goal is off stage is to make her feel like she has to go low and then try to eat her jump. That is the most consistent way I have found it. I don't recommend edge guarding. You can probably time a up B to deal with this, but it's too risky due to how long, because she can wait out there longer than we can. So it's just really inconsistent. You can see though what Venia is doing and just more focusing on ledge trapping, spacing with forward air. But see how, because he was above Peach, he couldn't really do anything, so we got nared. Yeah. So, I don't think today's a good day to do matchup discussion. Shield pressure, she can't pressure us out of shield, as shown by Venia. So if you space a forward air and a down tilt, she can't really pressure us out of shield. I believe this, it does have an initial scoop hitbox. That thing's really, really small, so it's not really a big deal. So you're gonna have to really focus on down tilt, forward tilt, and spaced fair to pressure. It's also best to just not interact, weirdly enough. At high percent, a lot of Peaches, he's not, Blazing Pasta, I'm just gonna call him Pasta. Most Peaches just do this back air right here constantly, because that shit sweet spot sweet spotted kills ungodly early. So, and I've lost multiple sets to it. Ooh, nice. Okay, something to note right here is Peach is one of the only characters where drag down down tilt, drag down up air, down tilt, up smash is a true combo. So abuse that. I talked to PT Mono about this versus the Yoshi matchup, but something to note of Peach is it's not really a good idea to edgeguard her, but killing off the top can be good. Yes, you don't want to be below her, but there are ways. But with her being above you is better than you being above her, if that makes sense. Because a very common reversal tool that I've seen is this uppy, trying to get this front scoop hitbox. But if you space behind her or for her feet, it doesn't work, or it clanks. So we can get really early kills off the top. I've cheesed Richer with that, so yeah, that down smash 2 frames. Okay, something to note here is there are Peach has quite a few really good 2-framing tools. Down tilt 2 frames, I believe. Down smash 2 frames. So let's look over here. Yeah, down tilt can 2 frame. It's not really consistent though. Down smash can also 2 frame, as shown here by Pasta. But the biggest one is going to be ground float down air. This shit is so gross. It's usually best to time it to when they just don't do it, because this thing does have 7 frames of end lag, a total of 38 frames. So they can usually get out 2 in a second, but it's not that bad to time. So I found it's usually best to go below Peach, because yes, we can stay out there. It's usually, I found that it's best to stay out there and then just deal with her going low, which makes combos harder, rather than going high and potentially getting forward aired or up B-ed, or equal, which can risk you getting side B-ed, forward aired, turn up tossed, or something else. Spacing with forward air is going to be great here, as shown by Venia. Thank you, Goat. I found, yeah, it's okay. Something to note is that Pasta is using float a lot in this match. Is using float a lot. I found it's literally best to space forward air and use shuriken, and then don't contest at all, because there's no point. Because Peach can combo off of basically everything. Yo, what's up, Vortic? I'm so tired, man. I'm just trying to establish baseline stuff for the Peach and Daisy matchup. My Goatvania. Yeah, we're going over quite a couple VODs tonight, going over neutral and a couple big issues before we get into the nitty-gritty stuff in a later stream. So we're going over threat range, ways to counteract neutral, issues with the matchup, stage list, stuff like that. You have any input on this matchup? Because I firmly believe this is Greninja's hardest besides Steve. Oh, wait a second. Do not go FD. Okay, why do you think you shouldn't go FD? Because I got absolutely demolished. Okay, okay, yeah, so stage... I expected this to show up about stage list. Actually, funnily enough, let's finish up this game 1 and then go look at Hydro's VOD for Peach. because I told him to go FD. Yeah. So, yeah, I very much so dislike this matchup. This matchup is very, 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 very gross. Yeah, let's look at Hydros. Losers final, Velvet Room number 3. Schwebly versus Hydro. Let's look at... Peach can carry you across the stage with turn up on FD, while on other stages, you have platforms. Okay, I feel like I should literally just hop on call with you right now to just discuss the matchup, what we think about it, why we think about it, and just have an actual in-depth discussion, because I do believe right now that would be objectively better than me just sitting here talking for like 40 minutes into the void. Because I believe FD and Kalos are our saving grace in this matchup, because she can kill off of literally everything, but FD gives us the best options to deal with it. What were you saying? I had to go for a sec. Oh, pfft. Anyway, yeah, I believe... Okay, there are quite a few things. One, I'd rather just literally get on a call with you on stream so that we could have an actual discussion about the matchup. And then... But I know that's not possible, most likely. But then, also, I believe FD and Kels are the best stages, because Peach can kill off of literally everything, and off of like every stage. But I believe FD and Kalos are the best for that, because it makes neutral the simplest along with disadvantage, and also gives us about the same options. So let's look at desktop. Let's look at Hydros, because I actually gave him advice for this, and then he proceeded to lose like a bozo. Versus Schwubbly. Oh, started FD. Okay. Yeah, so this is going with what I was saying about... Okay, something you missed, that it's really a bad idea to be above or below Peach because of all of her options. It's a best idea to space with fair and play like long range. Yeah. Space with fair is good. Playing that. Yeah, you generally don't want to approach. So it's generally a bad idea to edge guard. Okay, shielding this matchup is so awkward. You want to avoid it as much as you can, because Peach's shield pressure is really, really, really good, but at the same time, Peach really makes you feel like you want to be put into shield. So try to avoid shield. Spacing, good. I think he loses this game. Dude, just don't run up shield. Oh shit. Hey, nice. Is that a back air? Godlike DI. Yeah, I think after this spot, I'm just gonna go because I am so super fucking tired. If you still live in like, if you're still having like 4 minutes, I could hop on call potentially, but I don't. Said your turtle. Yeah. We'll have to plan something for next stream maybe. About having a discussion. So. Yeah. Okay, the biggest things I'm just gonna establish right here for next stream, because I'm actually so tired of, it's been a very long day, is I'm just gonna establish the baseline of how to play neutral, stage list, and why, and a few along with neutral. Ooh, snake match review, that'd be fun. Anyway, so let's go over the big issues. One is the stage list. Where the hell do you take Peach? Because Peach is really good at everything. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to establish the issue, what I think of it, then we can look at it at a future date. So, what stages do you take Peach to? Because she is good on, in my opinion, like every stage. In my opinion, the stages you don't take her to is Smashville, Battlefield, and Town. Town or PS2. Because for Town and for PS2 and Smashville just doesn't really work for us very well. And the reason why we don't go, and also we can't really abuse smaller side blast zones. Now, for Battlefield, she's really good at killing off the top, and so Battlefield could really hinder us by allowing her to get those really early extensions and really early kills off the top. From there, the reason why I said PS2 is very similar reasons, because she's really good at killing off the top and off the side. Smaller top blast zones, even though it is a bigger stage, can really get those early kills. Oh crap, I meant Smashville. She can't carry across the stage because it's so small. I'm so dumb. Yeah, that's fair. I think Smashville is just an auto ban and like a free matchup, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let's establish the stages that I think are safe to go to and why. I'm gonna say Kalos, FD, Hollow are the best three. Which is gonna be really, really weird. Because Hollow is just better Smashville for us. And that bigger top blast zone gives us a little bit more room to run around. What's up? Have a good night. Bye. I gotta be right back too. My alarm just went off. I gotta go turn it off. Got that Gilgamesh knockback? Okay. So the stages I think are the best to take her is I just hit my bad knee on my metal desk. Ow. Anyway, so the stages you want to take her to, in my opinion, is Hollow, because it's better Smashville for us, and we can actually use those blast zones to our advantage. Yes, she does get earlier kills off the top, but they're harder to set up due to those bigger middle plat. So it requires a lot more of a read. Kalos, because of bigger blast zones, which makes us harder to kill, especially off the top. It is very, very hard for her, from what I've seen, to get kills off the top, making her basically exclusively kill off the side, which we can do really well. While those while hugging, wall clinging is very good for us, because it gives us even more get up options. And then FD, just because it's FD, it makes neutral simple, it makes life simple, and it's really easy to stay level with her, which is what you want to do in this matchup, is stay equal with her rather than being below or above her. Okay, now let's deal with neutral. Neutral, in my opinion, is very, very difficult. You want to stay at a long mid-range to long range so you can really effectively deal with turnip toss, along with being able to effectively move around. This is a forward air matchup. She doesn't really have any disjoints. She doesn't really have any good disjoints. Let me just close this. She doesn't really have any good disjoints, making it so... Don't save. Making it so forward air beats basically every option. This, in my opinion, is the definition of a forward air matchup. Please, bro, use forward air. Don't contest float. You want to space with shuriken and forward air. I found pivot up tilt to be a very unique option because it is disjointed, meaning her potential approaches from above you can be snuffed out by our up tilt, or at least clanked with. Disadvantage specific. Let's say you're in advantage. Do you want her to go up or out? In my opinion, up is always better because she can reversal you, but it's significantly more difficult once you know how to space around her feet and up B, along with how to deal with down air. If she is floating, she only gets one float, so when she cancels it, she doesn't get it back, as a very big thing to note until she lands. And float lasts for 4 seconds. So it gives her 4 seconds to do something, otherwise she just wasted one of her tools. After that, the reason why I say up over out is because it is borderline impossible, in my opinion, to effectively edgeguard Peach. You have to basically call her out for being really, really lazy, which is very difficult when she can easily sit out there for 4 seconds, upwards of 6 seconds, or whatever. I don't remember if Peach gets her float back after a jump, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna assume not, though. It's basically impossible to edgeguard her after she... It's basically impossible to edgeguard her if she's out, but killing her off the top is quite easy, in my opinion. Because once you know how to space around down air and up B reversals, you can get some sneakily early kills. Okay, let's go off stage. It's always better, in my opinion, to do what Hydro did right here and go below. Because, yes, dealing with down air and down smash is very annoying, but we can still but we can just maneuver around it, compared to going up where we have to deal with all of her aerials, or going horizontal where we have to deal with all of her aerials and grounded attacks potentially, or and all, compared to below where we only have to really deal with turn up, down air, down smash, basically her down moves, unless if she positions herself in a very, very awkward position. Okay, now let's go into kill percent. At kill percent, Peaches will most likely be spamming back air, because back air is super duper strong and kills really early, is really reliable, and has like borderline 0 end lag. Let's look at just up smash over here to back air. 48 frames of end lag. Yeah, but yeah, 6 frames startup. Really, really strong. Look at that shit. Bro, we're getting booty bumped. It's an incredibly strong move that auto cancels on short hop, and basically, and what that is essentially saying is it auto cancels on float cancel, on short hop float cancel. So, but then again, this goes back into this being a forward air matchup, because we can out space this with our forward air. It's incredibly tight, but we can, especially the retracting sour spot. So, if that makes sense. Peach is one of the only characters where drag down, up air, down tilt, up smash is a true combo, so abuse that. And it goes back to what I said about this being a up over out matchup. So try to position yourself where she is above you. It's better you to be below her than so. What else is there? Shield disadvantage wise is going to be very difficult. SDI, I recommend SDIing up and out. I don't know. SDI is so weird. But always be SDIing. Just never be SDIing in. I think down and out is the best, because it makes certain follow-ups a lot harder. Especially using Peach trains. So be abusing that shit. So I think that's about it. I'm just gonna get off. I'm so tired. It's almost midnight. Ka-chow gang. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow or Wednesday once I have an actual plan.